All right, welcome back, everyone. I am the Dungeon Master, and this is Shadows of the Past, and that was Puppy. And we are rejoining Heinrich, a man who has lost nearly everything in his life and seems to be I don't know if the word would be enjoying, but enduring a rather prolonged stretch of the gods not favoring him, as it seems as though every companion of his has perished recently, and so he has decided that Carpathia might not be the best place for him right now, and is going to journey out of Kiz after stopping by his partner Roland's blacksmith shop and working with him for a while. He's going to travel down the mountain and northwest towards Caldonia. And so we are going to pick up with Heinrich right as he is getting ready to leave Roland and his blacksmith forge, where Roland has been hard at work on a secret project. And so Heinrich, you enter to, I mean, I assume you guys are friendly enough to where you come and say goodbye before you depart. So you enter to find him banging away, clang, 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 hard at work at his forge. And, you know, so go ahead and enter.
Which reminds me, we had redone a shield +1, so my AC should be 19. Now that I remember last time I was with him and we had redone that.
Yes.
In inventory, there's a shield, fine shield.
Which gives you +1.
Oh, well, it should be, my AC
I,
should be 19.
yeah, it should be. Is it not?
Main. I mean, I have to get used. It says 16 here, so I'll go into the inventory. Fine shield is equipped. Go back to main, it says 18. So probably
There.
I just have to edit the shield itself. And I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I will work on that as we do the role playing.
Okay. Or I go to main and I type 19 and see what
No, I probably won't
it
let you do that.
doesn't want to. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, it's a +1 shield and we'll find out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'll
you
get
can
it
just
taken care of in just a second. I'm just working
yeah.
on this.
Nice forge.
Yeah, finally found a good forge. Little bit of a demon skull at the entrance, but we'll ignore that.
That's okay.
So yeah, as I said, Roland is turned around, banging away at his forge. Does not even see or hear you enter.
Okay. Hey, Roland, my man.
Oh, Heinrich! So glad you came to see me before you were off.
Yeah. Well, I had to say goodbye, have that last, shot of strong, whatever.
Yeah, well, it's more than just that, you see. I've been I've been hard at work ever since uh what happened with you losing all of your equipment, and well, I just I feel wrong sending you off so poorly equipped. So I've put this together for you. And with that, he reveals a canvas, pulls it off, and underneath it is not just um, your shield, which he has repaired now for you before you go, or not repaired, but made another one.
Upgraded.
Right. But also any one type of weapon of your choosing.
Um, it would be cool if he would upgrade the longbow.
Okay. So he shows.
My main weapon is already magical anyway, so I just want to shoot better.
Yeah, absolutely. So he shows you underneath the canvas there is a bow, but this is, not just any bow. He has used some of his compound bow technology and has made it completely out of a very flexible metal that adds to the bend and therefore the momentum of the bow. And so you are able by wielding this bow to deal extra damage to objects. So if you were to shoot a un unequipped guarded object that was just sitting there, you could generally destroy most of them with one shot from your bow, or even pierce like thin metal shields or things like that.
So
Basically, it's a crossbow's worth
of damage.
right.
All right, it's a bow that behaves like a crossbow. Okay,
Yeah.
that's intense. Uh, the longbow that I have right now, I'm just gonna drop it and give it to him. And now it's about learning how to upgrade these things.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
it
I
doesn't have
I
damage.
I'm adding your +1 shield right now, and then I'll get you your
Okay,
bow in a second.
I just saw that there's a little lock. What's the name of this longbow? I guess it would have a name. Mithril longbow or Savage longbow.
I'm not sure just yet. Let me think on that for a second. Right now, I'm trying to get this to add to your list. It's not adding.
Does it count as a +1 or it's just like better damage?
It's just better damage, but hold on.
That's cool. I put it 1d10.
I do not know why this is not adding to your sheet. I can add anything else I want to your sheet, but the +1 shield is not adding. Let me just try a +2 shield just to see. Yeah, +2 shield, no problem.
You can take the +2 shield and edit it, probably. I mean, we can add custom items here, so I don't know
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that things are working properly.
Right.
It's not a big deal. Like for example, I don't care about getting this added as much as I was trying to see if it's going to fix your armor now that you have it. So instead of carried, I'm going to set it to equipped.
I've got a glitch with my sound. I'm going to reboot. My computer reboots very fast, and I'm going to be back in about 1 minute when you.
Yeah, no problem. And yeah, it's still saying that your armor class is only 18 for some reason, even with a +2 shield. So
we'll remember.
yeah, we'll just remember that your armor class is 19.
I'll be back in about 30 seconds.
No problem.
Oh.
And there you go. Increased damage on your longbow. Cannot get the shield to accurately reflect your armor class just yet, but you do have a +1 shield, so we're good to go.
Yeah. Just have to remember that. Currently connecting. And in image maps, uncategorized, there's the Blasphemy Forge. So I'm still at the forge, and I can see it.
Good.
Can
Yeah.
you push a map on my screen? Can you like say this is where you are?
Yes.
Or I must open it every time?
Nope. I can force it.
All right, cool. Uh, this being said, I think I'm done here.
Yeah, so uh, Roland says, "Now be careful. The drawback's a little tough." And indeed, as you pull back, you can feel that it takes quite a bit of strength, though the let off is helped by some of his compound bow mechanisms.
Yeah.
So the way that this works is that technically you need a minimum strength of 13 to be able to wield this bow, but if you don't have it, don't worry. You'll still be able to wield it since I'm gifting it to you as a player from a DM. It'll just require you to make a Constitution check each night to avoid being exhausted from using it if you don't have strength 13.
Yeah, I don't have strength 13. I have strength 10.
Okay. So yeah, you're still going to be able to use it. It's just if you use it during the day, for a battle, then you're going to be a little more exhausted that night.
Okay. Cool.
All right, so now to the next map.
Nothing is popping so far.
It will.
Okay. Okay. Mountain Road.
And then now I do this. Oops, got the facing indicator on. Let me get that off real quick.
Is there a way for me to scroll through?
Yes, 1 second. Okay, so if you zoom in and out, uh, you can adjust the
Oh
zoom
yeah.
level with the mouse wheel and all that. But if
So
you're all the way zoomed
I
out,
zoom out completely, and then I zoom in where I want.
yeah, but there's also more to the map. So if you go to the little gold square with the four arrows in the bottom right corner, you
Yeah.
can left click on that and then just drag your mouse around like you're just panning around on the map. But it only goes up and down. There's no left and right if you're zoomed all the way out.
I'm going left and right now.
Yeah, if you zoom in, you
Only
can
if
go
I'm
left and
zooming in.
right and yeah.
Okay. And if I'm zooming out, then I can go left and right. All right.
So you begin the long trek down the mountain road from Kiz, and it is a day and a half up the mountain um, on foot. And so you are just kind of making your way, down and looking at resting because it is almost evening by the time you get just to you know where you can see the base of the mountain. You're no longer up in the clouds and all of that. You're down to where you can see the land and all of that. So now like I said, you're probably looking to rest, although not necessarily like, you know, oh, you have to, rest right now. You could try to push on through the night instead.
Okay. I should be with two henchmen. If you remember, I had hired 2 henchmen.
Yes, indeed. Let me grab you them.
I've got my notes also. I mean, it's all part of resetting up everything.
Yeah. Now you're gonna have to forgive their lack of tokenage.
That's fine. Just put a marker.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, they're gonna have a token. Just you know, you can see it. Oh no, you can't see it yet. Hold on, let me.
Oh, because when you put a token, you need to, like hit into the
Yeah,
DNA.
now it's friendly. Yep.
All right, cool.
Now can you see it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can even drag it.
Yep. Okay. So that's your friendly veteran.
All right, and his brother.
And then here
Yeah,
comes
the
his.
lack of tokenage. You mean it's V for veteran and B for bro, or
Yeah, right.
that's okay. That's perfect.
I mean, just for now, obviously.
So their names are Victor and Bernard because they were nameless, right?
Correct. I usually, don't name them until the PCs either become attached or it's important for some reason. Like for now, we can definitely go with Victor and we'll go with Gerard. Um,
All right.
yeah, basically, um, if you want an NPC to stick with you for a while, then we'll name them.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't really matter their name right now. But if I want to talk to them in the next 24 hours,
Right.
I'm not gonna call them hey. Okay. So you know
Yes.
what? If they die and I rehire a tough guy in a guard, we'll call them Victor and Gerard again.
There you go.
All right. Um, I'm up for pushing in a bit further into the night.
It can be dangerous, but you're paying the bills, so if you want us to push on with you, obviously we will. It's just my brother, he's not so good at seeing it in the night.
Yeah, like everyone. Isn't he here for experience?
Well, yeah, just I'd hate to see him, trip and sprain an ankle, on one of these, rocks as we go down the mountain because he can't see where he's going.
Yeah, I understand. So yeah, we're gonna have to live with it. That's how it is.
Yeah, hey, you're the boss. We'll do what you got to do.
Um, I just adjusted the name of my shield to +1 so I would remember. And we push on a bit for the night.
Yeah.
Simply because at night there are creatures that are worth salvaging. Like part of your job is to salvage some of the material from creatures we kill.
Oh, I don't know if that was in the ad.
Well, I mean, your job is to work for me, right?
Yeah, you're the boss. Just
Yeah.
just
It's yeah, we're not gonna travel late at night. We're gonna travel up to midnight and then have a rest.
okay. Sorry, just putting everything together. Obviously, there's going to be an encounter.
Yeah, I was expecting that. I want to experiment and encounter with fantasy grounds, so it's perfect.
Right, right. So just it makes me drag the tokens out one by one. So I'm just getting them all set where I want them.
Yeah, and me and the boy, we have a torch. We can just do this in our mind, one torch is open.
Yeah. Alrighty. So what's going on is you guys are walking down when you see a small humanoid figure kind of sitting in the road like he's not walking, he's not lying down, he's like just kind of sitting in the road, and he's very tiny, smaller than even a teenager.
Yeah, but that's far, so the details are fishy. So I'm gonna tell Victor and Gerard, hey, let's be careful about this. It could be an ambush. I mean, small like this, there could be all over the place here.
I
So
always think everything could be a trap. That's why I'm still alive.
yeah, so we're gonna go step by step here and just shout to the guy, hey, hey
Boss,
you.
not for nothing, but maybe you should let me go ahead.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you're the boss, and everyone I've always worked for before kind of sent us in first.
yeah, just go in, but
Uh,
I'm going to extinguish my torch and
okay.
activate my hemocraft on my bow. Get it ready. 5, man.
Perfect. All right. So, now your glow is your bow is glowing, and you have taken some damage from your own arrow as you activate your Rite of Dawn, which are you activating the Crimson Rite?
Well, when I activate the right, um, it's the right with fire, but when it hits a undead, it does also the radiant damage. So
I don't
it's
think
like
that's right. I was reading over it, and I'm almost positive that the way it goes is that you have one Crimson Rite, which is your fire, or you could choose to do your Rite of Dawn because of your otherworldly one. Otherwise, the way it works is that you just don't even have the fire one anymore, and it's just the radiant.
also I choose one or the other, but I don't have both.
Right.
Well, I mean, if you read it and you understood like that, then this is how we go. So yeah, I'll activate the radiant.
Well, I'm not 100% sure on which one of those scenarios it is, but the way I understood it was that you either have both of the rights but can only have one of them active at a time, or the Rite of Dawn just overrode whatever right you had before that.
Okay, so yeah, it would make sense. It would make sense. Um, which makes it less OP or less efficient also to add 1d6 basically to the damage. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good.
but for now, let's go with the you get to choose which one option. So, which one do you
Yeah,
want?
I'll go with radiant. Well, actually, if I have a right, at one point it says I can choose whatever right I want because that's later I'll
So
have to
you
find
must
lightning.
Yeah, so you must have
Okay.
multiple rights, but you just get to choose which one. Yeah.
Then it's gonna be Radiant and Dawn, of course.
Okay. So activating your Rite of Dawn, your bow lights up and glows. And in fact, when it happens, you notice a special feature that old Roland snuck in there for you and didn't tell you about.
All right, cool.
It glows right along a pattern of magical sigils that actually do interact with your hemocraft. He had some of your blood from when you were working and had cut yourself.
Yeah, I consciously I gave him some at one point, like to work with.
Yeah, and so he used that to fuse it into the bow itself. And so now with your new bow, it has one extremely special ability that is only activated when you do your
Right, right.
hemocraft.
Yeah.
Your blood right. Um, Basically, anytime your blood right is active, you re-roll all ones on damage,
All right.
and that includes on the base bow damage and on your blood right damage.
So it's all ones.
All ones on your damage with that weapon.
That's cool. Reroll all ones on damage when active. Yeah. So I call it the sigil bow.
Cool, I like that. Yeah. I wasn't sure if I was gonna come up with a name for it or if you would first, but I was like, we'll think of something. That's why I didn't
Yeah.
want to come up with a name with it yet though either, because I wanted this to be a surprise for when you activated your blood right.
Yeah. I didn't know. I like usually you just pump names and it's okay, right? All right. Okay. So I'm ready.
Yeah.
Uh, is there a ruler or a measurement tool in Fantasy Ground? So I can.
Yes. You double click on your token, or no, next to your token.
So right click or double click.
Double click, I believe.
Okay. I double click on the token. Nothing happens next to the token.
Oh wait, let me just see. I'm still trying to figure stuff out myself. But the guys were doing it last night. And they were saying they were double clicking, so I'm like, not sure.
Yeah. Look at this. See this with a distance and everything.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So it requires 2 clicks, but it's indeed a pointer.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, and I don't know how to destroy it. Okay, so
You right click on it, and then it'll have the pointer, and then remove this.
all it does right now is close the entire map. But it's cool. I'm coming. I've got this. It's all about learning. So I just want to measure the distance now. So pointer line from here to this guy. I'm at 125 feet. Okay. And then remove pointers. You can remove pointers. Okay. In the right click, there's options. You have to be careful.
Yes.
That's it. Okay. So I'm good. I'm not at disadvantage to shoot him.
Correct.
And yeah, now that Victor's a bit in front.
Yeah. He's approaching, hailing him like you wanted. So he's like, "Hail and well met, traveler. What are you doing out on this dark night?" No response.
All right. I go forward a bit. Uh, I'd like him to, hey, George, come around, hang out with me. Okay, and from here, I'm going to specifically scout. Now, I want you to be able to see what I do. So I am going to do point. Do you see it now if I don't release it?
Not yet.
Okay, so if I release it,
Now I see it.
yeah, okay. So and there's no way to ping. Okay, so if I want to draw, if I want to say here, I can always say draw. Okay, that didn't work. So that works.
Yep.
Okay.
And
So I'm
also, I'm positive that there's got to be a way to ping. I just need some time to like get with the people
yeah,
who know how to do it and like learn it.
yeah, okay. So basically, if you see my circle, I'm gonna make a smaller one, but basically, what I want is to um, show you where I want to look. So I'm gonna do perception checks because this is an ambush. So uh, yeah, I'm gonna try to perceive what's going on here, and then I'm gonna go like this. This is out of view, but higher up,
Mm-hmm.
while I only have a small glow. So, do you want a full perception?
Yes,
Anywhere
please.
I think it could be.
Yes, I would like a full perception, please.
Yeah. So, the way to do it is go to this, and if they are on that, no,
Eh,
actually, it doesn't work. It doesn't work on perception. I checked it. It's survival and every intelligence skill
ah.
that I have advantage.
Oh, there you go. Well, then that makes that easier.
So if so for investigation, for example, or history, arcana, nature, and religion, and survival to track them.
Yeah. So
So on
survival to
perception,
track them, and then anything dealing with like the knowledge of them, you have advantage
yeah,
on.
exactly. Um, so basically, perception is just perception. Do I see something or not?
Yeah.
I
So
won't see more hiding vampire unless even if I know about vampires.
right.
It could
So
be it could be a dog.
right. So as you're looking around
Yeah,
and trying to find what in your mind is the obvious ambush, what you do see is that there are um little uh spots in the area where like somebody could very easily be hiding, but you can't see whether somebody is or not.
all right. Yeah, because I have 11 on my perception.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna just hang back, having activated my hemocraft, my right. I shed a bit of light, but I also mark myself as a target. Like
Hmm.
everyone sees me in the dark, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna be careful and stand back and wait. Uh, hey, Victor, can you go and look at what it is?
You got it, boss. And so as he approaches, the thing suddenly jumps up and runs as fast as it can.
Don't run.
And and
Don't go after it.
and as it's running, you guys hear the yips and howls of other creatures up in the rocks. And so now everybody rolls initiative.
Yeah.
All right. And then we go like that. And you go first.
All right. So since they just made noise, I can perceive them.
Correct.
Those icons are just put. All right.
Yes.
So what I'm gonna do is, do I have a good line of sight to the ones on my left? On the left of the map.
You do not. Everybody is using the elevation to their advantage. So, for example, the ones to your right have not just the rock in the way, but then also because they're up a little ways, it's like hard to target the ones in the back. Like you might be able to target the one right at the front of the stairs there, but the rest of them would be very hard to
Yeah.
see. And
Okay.
then the same goes for the three over here clustered on your left. They're up not just one embankment, but a whole second one as well. So they're like 30 feet in the air almost.
Yeah. So I have direct line of sight to the one in front of Victor. So I'm gonna shoot this one. And to do that, it's actions.
Okay. Oh, so the first thing you're going to want to do is control left click on that goblin.
Oh, control left click made a line, so I can see if I have line of sight or not.
Yes.
And if I move my icon, it redirects on it.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right.
And then now if you grab your attack, so under your actions where it's got the and then it'll tell you if it hits or misses. And then just do the same thing for the damage once you hit, of course. And it tells you that you have hit the goblin and exceeded its hit points by 6, meaning that it is dying. You nail it so hard with your arrow that it goes straight through the goblin, and it just kind of stands there for a second before it looks down and sees just this enormous hole blasted in its chest like a slug from a shotgun, and it just drops to its knees and then to its face on the ground in front of Victor.
Cool. And +2. I mean, I just did 15 damage on this little mofo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that bow's efficient. That's good. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do my movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Say, Gustav, just stay around and guard me. Make sure they don't approach. And I'm gonna stay. Actually, I'm gonna do my 6th movement, which is here. So I'm done.
Nice.
Am I the only one? Are you the only one who sees the turn order?
No, if you go to combat tracker, which is the crossed swords up in the top right.
That's a combat tracker. Okay, got it.
And then the dragon head will let you pass the turn to the next character.
Dragon head.
At the bottom left.
At the bottom left, dragon head. Okay. We got this.
See? Not too bad, huh?
Yeah, it works.
Just saying for the little bit of learning curve, it's not as bad as it could have been.
Graphically, it's more beautiful than Roll20.
Oh my god, like 10 times as beautiful.
Yeah. All right, so what does the goblin do?
He stands up and pulls out a short bow and shoots at Gerard because it can't quite get a good shot at you because the angle of the cliffs there works both ways.
Yeah. That's why I step closer to a cliff. Okay.
And he misses. Gerard may not be the most effective combatant, but when goblins start yelling, he gets his shield up. Unfortunately, these goblins are all just going to target him.
Yeah.
And this time he hits him. He was good enough to deflect the first one, but oh geez. So he is in system shock, meaning that he cannot take reactions and is heavily damaged.
What is system shock, and why have I never heard about that?
From massive damage. If you take, I think it's over half or maybe over 2/3 of your health in one hit, you have to make a Constitution check to avoid going into system shock, which all it does is take away your ability to use reactions.
Okay, it's not dramatic, but it just means that this guy just took a lot of damage, and it's a level one with a big encounter. That's how it goes.
That's right. And so now with the arrow sticking out of his shoulder, he's obviously impaired more so than if he had just taken a grazing blow.
Yeah.
And sadly, I am now forced to try to finish him off. Oh, I hate this part. Gerard takes another arrow, this time to the uh, chest torso area, and drops to the ground, dying. Not dead, but dying.
Curiosity. How do you know which goblin it is?
It has a little number indicator on them. The camera zooms into it, and then it also has a glowing rectile around it.
All right, I don't see any of that. Right? Like if I
Possibly
pull.
not.
No, I don't. So okay, so you know which goblin it is, but I don't.
That could be true.
All right, that could be true. Because when you select a goblin, I don't know which one it is.
It will in the combat tracker though which one you have targeted.
Okay, so if I target this one, it doesn't. I don't see anything else aside from the fact that I know he's dying.
See, target Goblin 6. How it says targets Goblin 6, and then click on a different one. Goblin 2. So that's how you can kind of tell them apart.
All right, where did you see target Goblin 2 that I've just done? Because I don't see that. I
Under your name on the combat tracker.
Okay, under my name targets Goblin 2, and then so I basically the combat tracker for me, it does not span the entire screen. I just have it like a small box.
Me too.
Critical for me. So my Henrik was not showing.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah.
So
You
it's
just
like,
gotta scroll up and down on the.
basically in big encounters, there's a list we have to. Okay.
Yep. So yeah, it'll tell you, who you're targeting that way. All right, so the Goblin boss is going to move over here to get a better view, so that he can direct his Goblin homies, his Gomies, and he tells them something in Goblin, and let's see what he says. Oh, looks like you don't speak Goblin.
All right, cool. So who just shouted that?
The Goblin boss.
Which is which one? Like if
It's the one token that looks different from all the rest of them. If you zoom in enough,
right.
he's over on the right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool enough.
So this goblin charges out with his scimitar brandished. I don't know how to make an NPC do a death save, so he's just gonna lay there dying for now.
You take a d20 and.
Oh no, I know that, but like for the PCs, it automatically does it. But I don't know how to set it up to do that for the NPCs just yet. So I'm.
Yeah, so you go like that.
Yeah, but it's an unnamed NPC. Like he can just lay there dying, and if I want him to live, he'll live, or if
Yeah,
not,
so we don't need to do the actual rolls.
right.
Is it really fun for my henchman that I just hired to try to bring his. Now he's just gonna blame this on me because we travel at night. No, fuck that.
Right. Right.
I mean, obviously, you bring a level 1 into a goblin horde, he's gonna die.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
Well, and I mean, at the end of the day, it just comes down to you know, the overall fun of the game. Like, I don't see rolling his death saves as adding anything more to the game than just deciding whether he lives or dies at the end of combat.
Yeah, so you could do this at the end. I get it. I like it that way also. So he's gone.
I mean, if this was a long time NPC and like it really mattered whether it lived or died and all that, then yeah, the rolls are suspenseful and fun. But like,
Yeah, but in this case, like, okay, we have to go back to town and hire one.
yeah. I mean, if he dies, he dies. Whatever. Drago, if he dies, he dies.
What? All right. So who did what?
The goblin shot at Victor, but Victor is much better than his brother at dealing with that. The rest of them are grabbing scimitars and rushing forward, yelling in goblinese.
I'm just experimenting stuff.
Oh, no worries.
I
Experiment away, my friend.
don't know I do not know which Goblin Knight is, which is okay. I should not.
Actually, I don't know where Goblin 9 is. I'm looking around here. I'm not seeing anybody glowing.
Goblin 8 is on the ground. Goblin 9, Goblin 6.
All the rest of them moved.
There is no Goblin 9.
Yeah, I think I have to drag this guy out here. All right, so he's just gonna be with these homies, rushing forward and grabbing his scimitar to hack up some fools.
All right.
Victor is worried about his brother, but knows that you know the battlefield is no place to be losing your mind and rushing over and helping your brother when there's enemies trying to actively kill you. So he says, "Shoot the archers! I'll engage the melee combatants."
All right. So now he rushes to engage the melee combatants.
Correct. And so all he can do is rush up to this one and not attack. And this goblin is dying, so we're just gonna take him off because, you know, even if he regains consciousness, he's probably just gonna run away.
Or we finish him off.
Right.
Point. Yeah.
Heinrich.
Okay. So I don't know how to measure. This is 20, so I guess my 30 would be this because I want to have the clearest possible line for this. So, I'm at the opposite to have the best possible line.
Yep.
Do I have disadvantage because of the not disadvantage, but are they like at +2, +5 AC?
Yeah, they have +2 AC because they have cover.
Yeah, okay. But it's still the boss said I don't know why it rolled twice.
It rolled at advantage. So if you, oh no, it didn't. Yeah, it didn't say at advantage. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
It just rolled 2.
It just rolled 2 attacks. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, I do have 2 attacks, but usually is I have 1 and then I shoot the other. Okay, so only the 13 counts. Did I hit him?
Well, you have 2 attacks. So, no, the 13 misses, but then the second attack hits. So you can just go ahead and drop your damage. Oh, instant death.
He explodes.
The goblin takes so much damage that he yeah, your arrow flies up and through his head and it just pops like a balloon.
All right. I wasn't gonna keep goblin heads to do shrunk head charms or stuff like that. And I say that I've done my 2 attacks.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see if that does that again, because if it automatically gives you your 2 attacks, that's awesome.
Well, not really, because if
What if you want to target someone else? Yeah.
yeah,
No, I get it. But still, you know, automation is nice. It's just figuring out how to control it at that point.
yeah.
This goblin takes aim at you.
My AC is 16.
He strikes you for 7 damage, which is all automatically been applied.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
The arrow does not stick in you. You know, just it causes you to uh, have to move and expend energy, because hit points are not just a representation of like actually being physically hit. It's your ability to continue fighting.
Yeah.
So even just making you dodge really quickly out of the way, or maybe smack yourself into the rock face trying to get out of the way, like, the little bit of bruising and all of that is enough to like eventually wear you down.
Yeah.
So I am also going to shoot you, I think, because that sounds like a good idea. So now you have taken a moderate amount of damage, as you can see by your little health bar on the side of your token there.
Yeah.
And seeing you get damaged, the goblin boss yells something out at his companions.
It's really cool.
What's really cool is that if you speak that language, it should translate it for you. In fact, I'm going to test it with Elvish right now.
Yeah.
Boom.
I just saw Squibble, but I did not. I can't read anything. Oh
It's a
yeah, it's test translation test. All right.
You like that?
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, it's not a make or break feature, but I mean, it's just fucking neat.
Yeah.
All right, so this goblin is going to see about charging this veteran. And look at that, he can. I scimitar him.
Give me a tar.
Ah, it's just a light hit as it bounces off of his thick armor. Ugh. I'm gonna take myself to combat for now because I don't think anybody has any healing. Oh wait, no, I have to leave him on there because he's got a token that we need. Although it's just a G, but still. All right.
Oh, it's a human being, and
That's right. That's a real person that we need to respect. Just because he might only have a G for his icon doesn't make him any less of a person.
Goblin 3.
So this goblin is going to see about charging you, but that's too far. And so he's going to see about charging this guy. But that's too far. So he's going to charge you. But he can only make it up to you. He can't actually attack. I'm going to shoot at Victor, even though my Gomies are all up in the combat with him as well, so I'll be taking disadvantage. Because believe it or not, this goblin does not have precise shot.
Oh, when there's too many of your friends, you could hit your friend, so you have disadvantage.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it depends on the situation. Sometimes they just provide a little bit of cover, making the armor class, higher. But if it's a real, cluster, then I make it disadvantage, and you could potentially hit your allies. And although this one did not hit his allies, he does not hit the veteran either. So worried about hitting his gomies that he shot way short, and the arrow just bounces off of the cobblestone. Aw, I could have charged this guy, but you're in my way. Stupid other goblin. I guess I just go around to the other side of him to flank him next round. You're a terrible teammate, other goblin. Goblin number 3, you're being reported to the boss for bad tactics. Well, you see, we would have beat the adventurer, but Goblin number 3 here, he was all out of position. Ooh, this goblin manages to hit Victor, who is, focused on trying to dodge arrows and fight these goblins, and so he manages to sneak a little hit in there and moderately wound him. And now goblin number 9 is actually going to flank him.
To get advantage.
Yeah. Like these guys are nowhere near like the greatest warriors in the world, but like, they understand the basic concept of like it's hard to fight somebody on both sides of you.
Yeah.
Oh, even with advantage though, Goblin number 9, uh, I don't know if it's because he was late to the party and had to get his token dragged on or what it was, but he's just not feeling it. So the veteran is going to take one attack of opportunity to move over here just to force them to keep moving to flank him. He's not just going to stand there and let them flank him. Oh, I'm actually taking 2 attacks of opportunity if I do that. Ooh. No, I'm going to do this, move 1 space out this way, and then I'm only taking the 1 attack of opportunity from goblin number 1. Which hits? Dealing another 4 damage to the veteran. But now he is no longer flanked, at least, and they'll have to keep moving. So he is going to target goblin number 4. Multi-attack. Oh, I rolled the damage instead of the attack. Oh, and then I was just about to do the damage again. Damn it. Okay, so I do hit. And now I will draw my long sword from its, or my short sword from its sheath, so that I'm dual wielding, and I will multi attack next time. But yeah, actually, you know what? I'm feeling brave. I've still got 25 feet of movement. I am going to move away and take one more attack of opportunity now that it's not two. So yeah, he's just slowly making his way towards you in order to, try and give you guys the tactical advantage here instead of the gobos. Oh no, he got hit with both attacks of opportunity. What a terrible, terrible turn of events. All right, Heinrich.
Okay. I understand the guy wants to give me advantage, but in my position is I can't deal with those archers from here. And I've got people around me. If I want to switch to my sword and shield, I have to Hemocraft again. So guess what? I'm going to take the two attacks of opportunity. 1, 2, 3, 4. This thing that yeah. So I'm going to take. I hope I'm at full cover from the archers because I'm really sticking myself on the cliff. And I will
Yep.
attack this guy.
Okay. So let me do
First, I guess
the
attack
yeah. Let me let me
opportunity.
let me do the attacks of opportunity first here. Sorry. Miss.
16 hits.
Oh, 16 hit. Oh, that's right, because technically you have your shield on right now. If you go to inventory and click carried on the shield instead of equipped, it'll correct that.
Oh, that's how you do it. Shield carried instead of equipped.
Correct.
So I take 8 damage.
And now goblin number 7. Misses. So there you go.
Thank you. Ah, okay. So the closest will have 12. Does it hit?
It does not.
My God. 14.
How is this missing? Goblins don't have that good of armor class. I gotta check this goblin out and see what's going on with him. Armor class 15. Leather armor and shield.
Okay. I just realized something. If you hold the dice and you don't swing it and you just drop it, sometimes it goes blam, okay? But sometimes it's just drop and it gives you the worst possible thing because you take it like on a 5 or 6. So you need to really swing it so that it will go. Anyway. So basically both my attacks missed.
Yes, sorry.
That's shit.
Your arrows, one of them goes over the goblin's head. The second one, he raises his shield just in time to deflect it, and although it hits the metal middle bump that some wooden shields have, uh, uh, and therefore doesn't like just go slamming through into the goblin himself. It hits the shield so hard that it shatters, and he now has -2 to AC.
All right. I'm using my bonus action to switch to my weapons, to the shield and sword. So I just changed it. So now I've dropped. I mean, I didn't drop. I didn't. I just put my bow quickly and draw my sword and shield. And on my next action, I'll hemocraft it. Right
Gotcha.
now, I just want to have my shield.
I hear you. Yeah.
My hopes was to go away and at least shoot one down to get less attention, but they have 15 AC. My God.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Okay, so I need to click here. And hey, I need a bio break. Give me
Go right ahead.
30 seconds.
Yep.
I am back.
Excellent.
Anything going on?
Oh, sorry. All right. So, did you end your turn?
Yeah. It's supposed to be Goblin 10 now.
Huh. Doesn't say that on the chat. Usually it tells me whose turn it is.
Well, I am not lit up. And right now, actually, no one is lit up.
Yeah, that was weird. Oh. Oh, because I had it on. Okay, now it's Goblin time. Weird. Must have been some kind of funky delay or something. All right. Correct. I can no longer target you, so I am going to target Victor. Missing. Damn, it's hard to hit your veteran. Arrows fly everywhere, but the veteran manages to deftly avoid them. The goblin boss once again shouts something very angry sounding this time at his minions. chasing after the veteran. The goblin swings at him with his scimitar. Oh man, I can't reach you.
What?
I can't reach you and attack.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I just press up on you, but I can't attack. Oh, the veteran is proving his worth this round. So I can attack you, but I can't flank you and attack you. So one attack sans flanking.
And it doesn't.
That does not hit.
Yeah, because my AC is 19.
Why did it just roll advantage? That was weird. Hmm. Oh, also, you're unconscious? Yeah.
I'm not.
What are you doing in this battle? You be unconscious. Not you.
Oh, you got a goblin.
Yeah, I'm yelling at the goblin. Sorry.
It's like, what?
Hey, hey, if you do not keep your minions in check, who will?
Yeah, which makes me realize I need to program my sword. It's not even in my inventory. I mean, it's nowhere. I've got a. Yeah, basically, okay. I need to give myself that weapon.
What weapon?
Um, the basic sword. I just have a basic sword now. So a basic rapier.
Yeah, rapier. You do have a rapier. Hold on.
But in my actions, do I see rapier? I do not see the word rapier. So I have to put it.
Hey, what happened to your rapier? You had a rapier in your thing. Now it's not there. Okay, yeah. Just drag and drop a rapier into inventory.
All right. So the way I do that is items all go to uh, weapons and rapier. And now there's a rapier. Okay. Cool. It added the inventory. Okay. That's just for me to know when it happens.
Unbelievable. At least I get my full attack this round. And I still miss. Okay, so defensively I'm still good. Offensively, sorry, boss.
All right. So now that I've got my thing, I'm gonna use my bonus action to activate my hammercraft. All right. It only cost me one.
Oh, no, 26. Oh, you got it.
Yeah. So now that this is done, I can go to the actions. I'm going to attack the one on my right. Okay. And I go with this 15. I believe it hits.
It does.
So he takes
And
That's not good.
And instantly, as you stab into him with your rapier, he drops to the ground, clutching the wound on his heart, dying.
Cool. So the second attack is going to the guy below. Why did it go 3 dice? It doesn't make sense. I just want to take my
That one
rapier.
rolled at advantage for some reason.
Yeah, so I'm gonna re-roll.
Yeah.
And
Still
now
rolling at advantage, huh? Weird.
yeah, seriously, it's I don't know why.
Let me just double check and see if there's something going on with that goblin.
I'm looking at the config and everything seems to be just a simple roll.
That goblin is unconscious, so every attack on it is an automatic crit or with advantage
Yeah,
or
but
whatever.
okay, yeah, it's because I was not selecting the correct one. I had still the one on the right selected.
Right.
So, when I'm really close, you don't really see, you just see the
Right.
little dot. Okay. So now I'm gonna do the real attack, and it goes with 2 dices. But anyway, the first is
But
24.
it just did your double attack. It didn't do the advantage.
It was
So
not advantage.
right. So
And I didn't want the double attack. I just wanted to
I
roll
know.
one.
I know.
Okay,
But
we'll do
your
it.
first one is a hit. So now just do the damage.
Yeah,
And you stab that one as well, and he drops to the ground dying.
cool. So these guys are out. As a movement, and this would be really cool if I could drag and it would measure as I go. But anyway,
Yeah. Like I said, I'm almost positive there's ways of like doing stuff like that. I just need a little bit of time to get with the experts and see what they can tell me.
5, 6. I'm going up. The veteran is going to survive that, so I'm going up. So I've gone up, and then the archers have to expose themselves to me, and I've got my high AC and everything. So here you go. Next, Goblin 10.
Yes, so Goblin 10 steps up to the edge of the cliff here and shoots at Victor. Finally hitting him. And Victor is now heavily wounded. The goblin shouts something in Goblinese. Well, that wasn't very good. The goblin boss comes down off his high horse to get his hands dirty. I am going to attack Victor. I am going to shoot. Ooh, I shouldn't have shot Victor last time either. I have to get off of here. I'm going to go back this way. A hit. The goblin slashes into Victor, but is unable to bring him down. All right, Victor's had enough. He is going to end this right here and now, he hopes.
Don't try to move out of advantage. Just put him down. Oh, he takes 2 opportunity attacks?
Yes,
All right.
but for a reason.
I did not know he was suicidal. Yeah, if he kills the boss, they might disband.
Yep. You got it. So even though he is now critically wounded from that hit, and we'll see about this one. A miss. So even though he is now critically wounded from taking the attack of opportunity, he unleashes both attacks on the boss. Wow. Like I said, defensively good hire. Offensively, meh.
Yeah, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. When you try to zoom in, all you do is breakdance.
Only if you're on your token. Move
Yeah,
the
exactly. But
move
it's
the mouse off of your token for a second.
4. So that was 3. The fact that it snaps at half grid is bugging. So that's 4, 5, 6. And this is where I'm at. That's all I got. Oh, actually, there's something new that I know I can do. I did not use my bonus action this time. There is an ability called the Blood Curse of Binding.
Yes, it's a
that I can
bonus
just-
action.
That's a bonus action. So, as a bonus action, I can attempt to bind a creature just with my will,
hmm
and just put its movement to 0 until its next turn, until my next turn.
Unless you enhance it with a Hemocraft die.
So, if I enhance it, but let's say I just don't want to take damage, just so that the one that is furthest from me cannot move this turn. Well, he can still shoot his bow, but he will not be able to draw a sword and come give me advantage,
Yeah, but he is also too far from you to do that this turn as well.
I'm half.
Oh, you mean this one? Okay, because there's a third one even further down the map.
Yeah, the one super down, I could not even do it. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so because I can't ping.
Yeah, this one down here, Goblin number 5. I got it.
Oh yeah, I have to control click to tell you which one. Okay, so this one, I just want him to be bounded for 1 turn.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you go ahead and click cast on that, it should use one of your 2 uses of that for this turn.
Click cast on it. I don't have anything. Oh, Curse of Binding.
Yeah.
So I did not click cast, by the way. I just clicked on the little circle.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Yeah, that works either way. As long as you did whatever clicked on the circle to take away one of the uses of it, and now I have to make a strength difficulty class 12 saving throw, which I just pass.
a strength saving throw. Yeah, exactly. Which is not very good. It's easy for someone to not be affected, but it cost me nothing to try.
Right. Yeah, I mean you only get 2 free tries of it, but I mean what what's the chances that like I'm gonna spring another encounter on you where you'd need both of them? You know.
Well, I could just do it on every turn, like try to do turn
Oh,
one.
plus you get them back after a short rest.
Yeah, I get him back of short rest, so it's not a lot, but I get 2 attempts. They cost me nothing. It's just for 1 turn, and I'm not going to take damage to make it a minute, uh, unless it's really terrifying, like a vampire or something.
Yeah, yeah. Or like let's say it was a mixed encounter where like there was a really big nasty enemy and so if you could freeze him while you deal with the rest of them, you know.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, attempt. But you see the way that the blood hunter is made. They say you need to have a high intelligence because the intelligence is the stat that evaluates the DC for your curses and your rights. But until you get to level 14, 16, the curses are lame. Like twice per short rest, I can try to immobilize it. It's
Right.
not very good to put so much into intelligence. And what does it make? It makes that I don't put it in constitution, not dex. Whatever. If I put something in intelligence, I don't put it in intelligence or dex. And that is really dex and constitution is what I need for this character to survive.
Yeah, I would say, it's strength or dex, whichever attack,
Yeah.
and then maybe intelligence.
Well, in this case, considering I use blood, I need constitution too.
That's a very valid point. I was just saying
Yeah.
maybe intelligence.
So this kind of character needs to max out on dex, constitution, and intelligence, and then have 8 in the other 3 stats. It's useless. It's
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
Too intense. So yeah, I just do it as it is. Okay, what does the goblin boss do?
He attacks twice with his scimitar. Or wait, what? I get once with my scimitar. The second attack has disadvantage. Oh,
Why?
I don't know. I've never heard of that before in my life. I've never seen such a thing. Okay, that's fine with me. All right, so I attack once with my scimitar, missing, and I attack with disadvantage with my scimitar again.
So basically, there's special roles that automatically switch to advantage or disadvantage. So if I drag my dice and you give me 3 dice to roll or whatever, we just respect that now.
Most of the time.
All right, let's see what happens.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'm not saying for sure everything is infallible. I'm just saying that like most of the time this stuff is set up pretty,
Yeah,
automatic,
usually
so
it's pretty on point.
yeah. Which
Okay.
I like. Anything that makes combat a little more streamlined is always going to make the game run a little bit better.
Yeah.
So I am going to step out and try to shoot you, I guess, if I have enough. Oh yeah, I got the range. I just need to see if it's going to be at disadvantage.
You mean the guy in the bottom?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's 100 feet. Is it a short bow?
It is, so disadvantage. And he misses. He shoots at you, but you're pretty far away, so you can see it coming.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to kill your minion. You don't mind, do you?
No.
Okay.
It's a game.
A critical hit. And the critical table says it's just a critical hit. I don't do fumbles, but I want to try out the critical table because it's supposed to add like random fun little additions if a critical hit is scored that like don't necessarily do a whole lot, but like just make combat a little more randomized. Unfortunately, the veteran is now dying. He drops to the ground. The goblin scimitars slashing and hacking at him. He doesn't love it.
So it's my turn.
Yes, sir.
Good. 1, 2. I will action this guy. It doesn't hit.
That one does.
Yeah, so he takes 7 damage.
And he is dying.
Three. So I did 2 movements.
Yep.
So I can do 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
And I'm gonna make the guy. No, I'm not gonna make it immobile. I'm just gonna move on. Next.
This guy turns towards you, drops his short bow, picks up his draws his short sword, and sees about charging you. He cannot, so he just gets to where he's in front of you and has his scimitar threatening you.
Ooh. So yeah, I'm kind of covered, but this guy's gonna move, obviously.
The goblin boss shouts something at his minions and then steps forward, challenging you.
I don't know that. He's just growling some shit.
Nope, hold on. You fight me, he says in.
Oh yeah, that's detailed.
Yeah, he says in his best common. Sorry, I need to read that. I needed to read that from a script. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so this goblin is starting to tie up Victor. This goblin steps around. And shoots. Nope, can't quite get a good angle at you because of this little rock. Dang. And
Yeah, that little rock.
this goblin is assisting with tying up Victor. Victor is getting tied up. Heinrich.
All right. Now, you mofo. I crit you.
Yeah, you do.
I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah, you did.
So it's going to be 1d10 plus 3. And it automatically put the 3d10s.
Yep.
And also the radiant damage. Because, I want to calculate. So
Yeah.
7 damage.
So you have now done so much damage to this goblin that it is insta dead.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm gonna wait there in the shallow of that wall, so hopefully the other guy cannot shoot at me with his bow.
I like how Victor comes over to you to like use group tactics, and you're like, no thanks, I can use my own.
Well, I was not going to put myself. You have to consider this thing. Every time I switch weapon, it costs me a Hammercraft die.
Oh no, I'm with you 100%. I just like how you're able to use your own tactics. You don't even need somebody to help you with this.
Yeah, well, I needed somebody. I still need somebody, and obviously not this guy because this guy couldn't hit. He was okay to soak in, but he couldn't hit. And if he can't hit, it means they're still alive to give more attacks. So he kind of died there by rushing in is cool. But the idea of taking advantage means I have to switch to my rapier. And if I had gone with this guy in his little mess, there were 3 archers up here, 4 archers that would just
Yeah.
keep throwing us down. So going into the melee, exposed to all the melee plus the 4 archers, was kind of the stupidest thing for me.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
I gave you this is probably around like a 5 or 6 out of 10 in difficulty for combat. Just because of the terrain spread out on both sides. They got archers, melee.
So there's a lot of opinions on what we can do. We say, hey, let's go and give ourselves advantage. Yeah, so we're gonna go and put ourselves, get 4 arrows per turn, plus all the, it's not good. I have to withdraw and put them down
Yeah.
with my bow, but then there's people coming after me. Okay, I have to switch. Anyway, so that's what I did. So here my turn is over. Goblin boss, come and fight me.
He stands down there screaming, these guys are almost done tying Victor up. Working together, they're pretty quick.
Yeah, he's probably gonna try to shoot me.
He still can't get an angle. And this goblin finishes tying up Victor. Victor is finished being tied up.
I switch to my longbow. I take 3 points of damage. I step into the opening and I do my attack.
Hitting the goblin for 9 points of damage, piercing. 13 points of damage, piercing right through its stomach, and it just looks down at its own entrails as they spill out from the hole left by this massive, damaging bow that you wield now.
So I've moved once. I'm gonna move 2. No, is this cool? I have to redo this. Okay, so I was here. I'm gonna move. That's my second move. My third move, so I can look down on the boss that is down here. I have a straight shot. Do I have a straight shot?
Yes.
Let's say I move down here. It's better.
It's still, yeah. It's still a straight shot.
All right. Here you go, boss. I guess not.
You fire your arrow at him, but it hits him right on his armor. And for the first time, you notice that unlike the goblins who are wearing leather armor, the goblin boss has a bit of metal in his armor as well.
So that's my two movements. So I'm like covered and done.
The goblin boss shouts something. And then he says, "You am scared me."
Yeah, with like the bad English word and stuff.
Yeah. Goblin number 1 comes and moves up towards the cliff to chase you. Goblin number 9 does the same.
One, two, three. Hit that boss. Attack number 1. He takes 5 plus 2 radiant. Attack number 2. He takes. I'm sorry, that was the wrong roll. The 1d8. I just rolled the. Forget the 8, okay? Let's go with the 1d10. Yeah. So he takes 14 damage from that second arrow.
He is still up.
And 1, 2, 3.
The goblin boss screams in pain from being hit with your arrow and says something to his minions.
Let's go grab a beer.
And then he runs off down the road. Goblin number 1 charges up after you. As does goblin number 9.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6 on the ledge. Do I see him?
Okay, so you do see him, and it is a clear shot.
So 23 takes.
And now he drops to the ground dying.
All right. Now this guy is at a clear shot.
Checking. Both of the others you do not have a clear shot because of the rock directly in front of you.
Okay, so there's not even a shot. Is it like a 3/4 card?
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. The rock in front of you goes down. Yeah, no. You have a shot. Yep.
Okay. So 15, I believe it hits.
It does. It'll say, see, at Goblin 9 hit.
Oh, okay. It does say hit in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he takes 9 damage.
And is dying. You're just blowing holes in these guys.
Yeah. So here you go. Goblin 1.
He tries to run.
Yeah, I guess I have a shot from here.
Yeah.
So how about a crit?
Oh, that's a crit. That's about as crit gets.
All right, so he gets 21 damage.
And he is dying. And so now with the last of the goblins taken care of, you can finally assess what else is going on.
So perception?
I meant with Gerard and Victor.
Okay, so I'm gonna slowly go from one guy to another, picking up my arrows back. So
Okay.
it's a random 50-50, so I just say half my arrows recuperate.
It's a random 50-50. So how many did you spend?
14.
14. Holy cow. Okay. So what?
I mean, if it's 50-50, just say I recuperate 7.
It's 50-50, but it's a 50% chance. So as you know, that can have short-term variance.
Yeah, but over
the long term, it all evens out. Just take 7 back for now. I will figure out how to set up an ammunition recovery later.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
It's better like that. So 40
Yeah.
minus 7, 33. It's good. So I took the time to recuperate my arrows for the blood of these 2 henchmen to keep dripping and stuff. Is he alive?
I don't know. I am going to find out right now for each of them. They're going to each get 1 roll Constitution save each, and if it's above a 10, they're alive. If it's below, they're dead.
All right.
So
Baron dies.
Yep, Victor is dead.
All right.
But Gerard is alive.
All right. So I go to Gerard, and I put my rapier through his throat.
Really? Okay.
Oh yeah. And I go to the body, when I search their body, and I recuperate my 310 gold. At this point, it's like, motherfucker, a few goblins, and they just find a way to die. That's it. So I'm just gonna recuperate my gold.
Yep.
It's as shitty as that.
Also, aside from just your 310 gold, Victor is wearing splint mail, has a long sword, a short sword, and a dagger, as well as a pack full of stuff, and an additional 70 gold pieces. And Gerard has actually, let me make sure I know before I say what kind of armor he has. He has a chain shirt and a shield, as as well as a spear, and he has 10 gold pieces on him.
In addition to what I had. All right. I'm gonna also search the goblins to see if they had valuables. Maybe the chief had something magical or some shamanic trinket or a few pieces of copper.
Right. So because these guys were your allies, I didn't make you roll and investigate in order to recover their stuff because, they were humans that you were traveling with. You pretty much knew where to look for their coin purse and stuff like that. But for the goblins, you're going to need to roll and investigate.
Here you go, investigation.
So as you're checking out the goblins, you start with the low level goblins and just get your arrows back and just check to see if any of them have anything other than the goblin sweat stained leather that they wear, or the crude goblin short bows and scimitars that they wield. And you do find that some of them have. There's actually two uh, types of currency lower than copper in my world. So
Okay.
there's one that's a bronze coin, and that is worth on the same scale as right. So it's 10 of them equals 1 copper, and
Okay.
you find 3 copper worth of bronze pieces between all of the goblins. Um,
All right. Cool.
but,
So I'm just gonna write that I have 3 coppers.
right. But then actually I can do this.
Yeah. I'm not sure what you're doing, but
1 second.
all right. Say, hey, I can do this.
Hey, yeah, watch what I can do.
Yeah, it's on your screen or in your head, but it's not on my screen, which is okay.
Okay, so now I have added two new currencies to my game world, which I hope has given you a spot to add them. The one is the bronze piece. So you've got platinum pieces, gold pieces, electrum pieces, silver pieces, copper pieces, bronze pieces, and then the lowest form of currency in this world is known as an iron bit. It is a small square piece of iron marked with the stamp of the kingdom, and it is essentially used as a way for the poorest of the peasants to be able to make transactions, since like an entire silver piece is like their whole month's pay. They've got to be able to break stuff down into increments smaller than just copper pieces. So they've got the bronze pieces and even the iron bits just to be able to make small transactions.
All right.
And so you find 100 iron bits between all of them.
Cool. So I'm gonna go and put IB iron bits. Okay, I don't know where to put that inventory. But
Yeah, we'll get that figured out as far as where all
in
the
my inventory, I have put in treasures GP, SP, CP,
Yep.
gold, silver, copper. So I'm just putting it by hand, and it's okay. Good.
Oh yeah, I see treasure there. Yeah, you got 2 new empty spots for yeah, cool. All right. So then also now you go and investigate the boss. And the first thing that you notice is that the goblin boss does not have the goblin sweat stained leather on that everybody else did. No, no, no. That's not good enough for him. He has on a chain shirt that appears to be of human, make. Goblins don't make chain like this. And it appears to have been a chain shirt made for like a child. Some of the knights and everything, lords will get armor for their children from as young of an age as possible to start not just getting them used to wearing armor, to begin with, but then also the extra weight, of course, helps make them stronger and tougher.
All right.
So
That's
it's
cool.
like a child's chain shirt, and
Uh-huh.
then he also has a metal shield that appears to be like a matched set with this armor. Like who they probably killed a child and took his armor.
Yeah.
And,
Is there a symbol, a house symbol, or
yeah, there is a house symbol on it. It is of a Carpathian family that you don't recognize. It's just a intertwined set of roses around a heart.
all right? So here's what I think. If I take this chain shirt and shield, there's a chance that they're gonna be grateful that I brought back heirlooms or stuff from the for the family, and there's a chance they're gonna think I killed them because probably their child just disappeared.
Mm, it's a
And
fair
knowing
point.
how much they've been assholes to me since the beginning, I'm just gonna leave it there.
Okay,
I'm not gonna touch anyone's weapon. I'm not gonna touch anything.
got it.
I'm gonna just let this be a battle between two guys and goblins, and I'm gonna redo this day and a half trek to go back to Kiz and hire just two more people.
Yeah. Okay, so also before we get to that, the last thing that you find on the
Okay.
goblin boss,
Yeah.
it is a bag containing 3 gems worth 200 gold pieces total, as well as 50 gold pieces worth of assorted coinage.
Okay, you'll have to review. So 3 gems for our total 200 gold,
Yes.
and the other thing was
50 gold pieces worth of assorted coinage.
yeah. Okay, so this can be used or melted in. Okay, the assorted coinage. Do I just give myself 50 more gold piece?
You can just write 50 gold.
All right, just add. Okay, so it's not like it's really like the typical pieces we have.
Right.
All right, so as intense as it is, it's just this combat didn't work. So I am going to find a spot that is very cozy and roll on chance, like literally between a bush and a cliff to be hidden, to just get a bit of shut eye.
Mm-hmm. Short rest or long rest are you going for?
Long rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
And shit can happen, but I'm hidden. I might roll stealth. I should roll stealth. All right. So that's how stealthy I've hidden myself. And I do have to do a constitution save,
yep.
since I've used my bow.
And you're good.
Yeah. Cool. And I just rest there.
Yeah.
I
So,
mean, this encounter just went AWOL, and it was fun because it allowed me to discover fantasy ground. But for Heinrich, it's like I need protection from competent people, and I think one guy and his weak ass brother is not going to cut it. I'm going to have to hire two people who know what they're doing,
Yeah.
and and yeah, I'm just let's say I fall asleep with my head full of that. I got a bit of money extra from all of this. I'm going back. Uh, I'm going back up just to kiss tomorrow. But right now, I'm gonna pop a ration, sleep.
Okay. You are awoken in the early well, not too early, but in the morning by the sounds of people freaking out about the carnage that lay before them as they travel the road to and from Kiz.
All right, I'm gonna look at who's there.
You see your typical travelers, one of them looks to be like a messenger, and a couple of them look to be farmers transporting goods up and down the mountain.
All right, I'm going to expose myself and say with my two hands up, with my two hands upwards. Uh, Hail, travelers! Can I please have your help to go to Kiz? Are you going to Kiz?
We are, but what is this that lays before us? There's uh, goblins. These monsters are on the road to Kiz. What devilry is this that we're not even safe this close to the Margrave of Carpathia?
Yeah, well, I saw that also. I freaked out and I was just hiding in the bushes waiting for someone worthy, So I know how to fight a bit. I'm somewhat tough, They can see I have a shield, a sword, but everyone does in that time, so it's okay.
Oh yeah,
I don't
yeah.
really
You're
stand
you're
out.
you're not you're not making anybody nervous because you have weapons.
No, but I'm not impressing anyone either, and that's the point. That's the
Right.
big point of what I want to, just say. If we travel together, it might go better. So, I'd like to join you just to finish the road,
Hmm.
and that means extra protection. Um, I'm safer with you, and you're safer with me. So I try to sell them that.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing, that you're here, traveler, because as you say, safety in numbers, and if these are the, dangers that lie ahead of us, who knows if we'd even make it to Kiz without each other's support. So, stay close and keep that bow of yours at the ready if any more of these monsters pop out.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
I assume you're willing to help us, you know, build a stretcher to carry these two poor souls back to Kiz.
The two humans, yeah, yeah,
Well,
we can
yeah.
do.
Well, I
I
mean,
mean,
we're gonna kick the goblin bodies off to the side of the road if there's any in the way, but other than that,
yeah.
like, they can rot in the sun for all we care.
Oh, you guys, if you want to recuperate some of the armor, I've seen that one of the goblins had armor and stuff. You can recuperate it, and you'll bring it back to the knights or whatever family it belonged to, or I'm just glad that I found you guys. And yeah, these two, yeah, let's put them up. I mean, they're dead. I made sure they were permadead, so they're not gonna wake up and say, "Fucking asshole, you put a rape you through my brother's throat."
Oh yeah, no. You
He's gone. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
you took care of the loose ends on that.
yeah, that was the point. So I just wanted you to remember that. So yeah, I'm gonna help them like if it was just two strangers who got ambushed. And as you know, the morality of Heinrich sometimes goes up and down after another depressing failure.
Sure.
Well, it's not a failure. It's just like live and learn.
Well, it it really wasn't gonna turn out too well for Gerard in life with his big brother dead anyway. So
Yeah, yeah. And but also,
He only had. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you. Just to elaborate, just a smidge on that. He only had a job because his big brother like kept like coercing people or convincing people to hire him. So like without Victor around to help him get jobs and everything, what was that kid gonna do?
I mean, he did not deserve dead, but he was pretty much dead already for me. And it was like, okay, I'm not taking care of this. He's suffering. It was to sleep better. Heinrich tell himself it was an act of compassion, but because usually he would have tried to stabilize him and bring him back home safe and shit like that. And this time's like, no, after so many, the Heinrich starting to have black eyed ears. Like, this is shit, this is bullshit. So,
Well, that
uh,
goes along with your blood hunter, class as well as the, order of the ghostly slayer, you know, uh, order for your blood
yeah,
hunter.
we're not the sensitive type. We're not supposed to be the sensitive type. We're supposed to
Exactly.
fight.
Like you're almost obsessed with death. So like I imagine that, although you've killed before, like this was yet another opportunity for you to investigate and study all the ways and things that happen when a man dies. Like at the moment of death.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was there to notice it, of course. I didn't kill him, but he was already dead in my book. He put
Right.
himself down. In
Right.
any case, uh, and I did not kill Victor. If Victor had stabilized, then okay, let's try to stabilize his bro. But
Of course.
in this case, there's no point, and I couldn't start carrying people. Like, it was just too much for me at that point.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Okay, get my money back.
Yeah. Hey, I run sandbox games. You do what you want to do, and if I feel that like the events would lead to something, then they will. But that doesn't. It's also not modern times. It's not like every person who's killed. There's like this full blown investigation.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, there's people dead on the ground. Um, I'm just happy that I'm gonna help the travelers get some more equipment. Like, they can take all the shit from that they want, the loose swords, maybe not dabble with the leather, but the loose swords and bows and arrows and whatnot. Oh, there were arrows from the goblins. I want to
Hmm.
fill back up to 40. Fuck that.
But before you go filling it back up to 40, there's one thing that I need you to understand about goblin arrows.
Oh, that's true. I have 20 arrows that were normal.
Hmm.
I was not shooting the serrated ones that cause bleeding damage.
Right.
But
Um,
I had 20. I remembered that I had purchased 20 serrated and 20 normal arrows.
right.
So I'm
And
gonna
then
change.
and then there's also goblin arrows are inferior quality and always break when
Yeah, I
when
don't want that.
yeah, so you can't recover goblin arrows. They work just like normal arrows otherwise, but they're unrecoverable.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say I have still my 20 serrated arrows, but only 13 normal arrows. So if I switch to serrated, you'll know.
Got it. Got it. And then if you want to grab a quiver or two or three of goblin arrows, like there's plenty of goblin arrows, but just with the note that when you spend those, they're not recoverable.
It's it's weight on my equipment. Fuck that.
Yeah, you're like, nope, these are garbage.
Yeah. It's like I purchased a silver piece of practice arrows, but I just left them to the little guy.
To practice, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, at little Castro. Okay, so I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna live and learn. I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna go fucking up with them to Kiss.
All right, so now I'm switching maps.
Okay, so imagine I have to close the mountain map.
No, it'll change it when I load you up.
All right.
So I'm just gonna reload the blacksmith's forge for right now, just because
Yeah.
I assume if you're back in Kiz, you'll be back there eventually. But this will be the landing page for all of the stuff you want to do in Kiz for the rest of the session.
Yeah, and it's just gonna be role play in this case.
For the rest of this session, anyway, right?
Yeah. I imagine eventually you'll give me the map of the world.
Yeah.
So
Oh, do you want to see? Do you want to see the world first here?
No, we were good. I think we were good. It's just I know I'm going to reference to the world often in my various travels.
There you go. Look at how pretty that map is on Fantasy Ground.
Yeah. So
of course you're here in Kiz.
Yeah, I'm gonna make some kind of little circle that says this is where I am.
Yep.
All right, this is Kiz. This is where we are.
And since this is your game, you can mark all of this stuff up, like any of the non-combat maps that you want to like make notes and all of that. Like by all means, man. You ain't gonna offend me.
Yeah, if I want to put like various markers and squares.
Yeah.
And shit.
Yeah, like plan stuff out and mark stuff and make notes and all that. Like it ain't gonna bother me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm in Kiz. I'm at Roland's place. Well, actually, no. In this case, I'm gonna go to Roland's just to refill on arrows. To say, hey, Roland, we had a little mishap 2 days ago. The guys are gone. The guys I hired are gone. So can I just refill on arrows?
I mean, of course, partner. You're free to help yourself to any of the low cost stuff around here, and the deal we have. If it costs money, we split it, and all of that. I have no problem with you, filling up. But are you okay? Terrible news. What.
Yeah, I mean, we tried, and we got ambushed by goblins that didn't survive. It is simple as that. So we brought the body bags. I don't know what a caravan did. It's just like it's none of my concern at this point. Hey,
Right.
Got 100 iron bits and 3 copper pieces for you. You want them?
Yeah, I can give them to the kids to help me haul my goods to the shop.
Cool. So I'm back to 20 arrows normal and 20 serrated.
Yep.
And I'm gonna have just like some daily chat about the weather and shit like that, and then leave him be. This is a day that I spend there. I'm gonna pop in another ration, just so, and I'm now down to 10 rations, which is okay.
Yep.
And I'm gonna go and put an ad on the kind of the hiring board, but this time for 2 competent adventurers, and I'm looking for the same at 300 gold piece each, not 310 gold for a useless bunch. I'm gonna take 2, 1 tank and 1 ideally 1 tank and 1 archer, but whoever is a couple or 2 friends that hang out together, I'm not going to split them. So I'm going to hire 2, and I just want to do some kind of interview.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to spend the day there, drink a bit of water from the fountain, and chill and talk to people and try to get 2 guys who are ready to be paid 300 gold per month each, but they need to know their shit.
Yeah, absolutely. So
if they were like Victor, that's cool. Yeah, because Victor, he really had a bad luck. He rolled only misses.
Yeah. Yeah,
that was terrible.
He's usually far better than that. It just wasn't his night,
Yeah. So and this bring my poor brothers, like, no, I don't want. This is a zero bullshit interview.
Yeah.
You know how to fight. You'll be doing other little chores, including hauling some of the goods that we find on the road, and and probably skinning some animals if we have to and shit like that.
Right.
So it'll be clear, like, yeah, it's going to be in the job interview. Like, we skin animals. If we find other kind of creatures, we take components from them. And like, as an alchemist, I will do that. But for the skin, the teeth, whatever, so we can craft stuff, because crafting is cool.
So, the first people to respond to your ad are two men, both with thick beards and broad shoulders. They certainly look intimidating. They are impressive as far as that goes. However, DM to player, these are two thugs, and so they're not going to cost you as much, but they're also nowhere near as tough as the veteran.
All right, how much are they worth, in my opinion? Since I've seen what a 10 gold a month is worth, and I've seen what a 300 gold a month is worth, how do from 10 to 300? What is my gut feeling on this?
Yeah. Let me let me pull up the 10 to compare real quick.
Yeah, I mean, it can be just a gut feeling, right? Because
right. But I want to give you an accurate one, so I want to pull up the 10 and see just.
If they're tugs, I'm not going to ask them what their worth is, because it's going to be overpriced.
Of course, no, you wouldn't ask them.
I'm going to say, you guys, you are worth that for me.
Right. So I would say that if this one was worth 10 and the other guy was worth 300, that these guys are worth around 75.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm gonna give you 100 gold per month each, but you're gonna do dirty work for me.
They kind of look at each other, and you can tell that dirty is where these guys live.
Yeah, and that 100 per month is probably a very good offer. Since my gut feeling gave me 75, 100 is a done deal.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, they're ready to sign up right now.
All right. Cool. Now, don't be offended. We're also going to be hiring a hero that will be worth much more than you guys. But and don't be offended in your feeling if the other guy, I pay him 300 a month, because that's what it's going to be his worth.
He's worth much more than you guys. I haven't even met him yet, but I'm just letting you know. You guys down here.
I'm going to keep looking. I'm going to keep looking for two people at.
Oh, no, I understood what you meant. I just like how you were very blunt with them.
Yeah, I was blunt with them. It's like, you are worth, you have value to my eyes, because you're worth more than 10 gold per month. You're worth 100 per month. So that is very good. But don't be jealous if we have a veteran trained warrior that asks for more.
Right.
So it is what it is,
No, absolutely.
So they're ready, and then they will go, why is he making more than me? Because he can take a shot more.
Because he can kick both of your asses at once.
Yeah, do you want to take him head on and see why I pay him more?
Yeah.
In this society, a guy like me that hires a cohort of people, they will know that
yes.
They're used to that.
Oh, absolutely. The caravan leader makes more than the caravan guards. The caravan guide makes more than, the caravan mechanic. It just is what it is. Or actually, the mechanic might make more than a guy. I guess it depends on where you are. Like, if you need a guy, it depends on which one you need more. Like if you're in an area where you really need a guide, then the guide makes more.
So, I'm still hiring two highly qualified people.
Yeah, so the next people that come walking through the door, you're not exactly sure what to make of them because one of them is a very um he's a bandit. He's worthless. You know, he's the 10 gold. He's just a bandit. But he comes with a man that is not your typical bandit. This man always keeps his back to a wall, his eyes on every entrance, his hand always floating near a weapon. This is an assassin, and he is worth much more than 300 gold.
Yeah, all right. So I'm gonna ask him, um, how much you want to work for me per month?
He looks at you and he nods to his companion. His companion is that classic you got that big cartoon bulldog and then the little yeah that what that guy said,
Yeah.
that's his companion is that guy, his little yes man.
All right.
And his little yes man looks at you and holds up all of his fingers.
So 5.
No, on both hands.
So you guys want 1,000 gold per month to work for me?
And he just nods his head.
Cool. Um, it's beyond my budget. You can go on your way. Sorry about that.
And with that, he leaves. Now, I know that you had set your budget, and I wasn't.
Yeah, I like to have options, but I mean, 1,000 per month. If I don't meet my quota, I lose them, and it's
Right.
just
And that's the only thing I was doing was giving you the option to like
yeah,
grab something like that if you wanted, but that
yeah, exactly.
yeah, and so now two more people come walking through the door. Actually, three more people come walking through the door. And even though you're only looking for two, these three people seem to be kind of joined at the hip, if you will.
Yeah, it's a team. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
team.
and as you look them over, you can tell that each of these men kind of fulfills a unique role amongst their little group.
A balanced party, right?
Yes, yes, yes. And so the first one to come walking up to you is a charming female. She has a jaunty feathered cap and fine clothing and carries with her a lute. This is a bard, and she is the face of their little group. And
Oh,
she speaks to you, and as she does so, you look over the other two who are with her.
yeah.
The first one that draws your attention is a tall and well armored and armed man. This is a hedge knight, a knight without a lord, and he is looking to either become a lord in his own right or serve a lord who would make him a proper knight of the realm.
Yeah.
And so
Cool.
this is a knight, and he is worth about what a veteran is worth.
Yeah. So
Um,
third,
and
third
then
guy.
the third member of their party, you see is not necessarily the toughest, but looks incredibly capable with the dagger that he spins around in his hands. And although he is just a spy and therefore not, too high level, he does come complete with 6 hit dice, cunning action to be able to dash, disengage, or hide on each of his actions as a bonus,
Yeah, so
and
he's competent.
2d6 of sneak attack.
Yeah. All right. I want to meet with these 5. So the 2 tugs and the 3 others. So I imagine the tugs understood what I said before.
Absolutely.
3 others, I say, hey, how about I pay you uh, each head 300 gold each per month. So 900 for the 3 of you. So 300 each.
Yeah.
And um, 10% of the gold value of what we find on the way.
You had us at 300 each. Although our well armored friend over here is worth those kinds of prices. We came in. We were going to offer you a group rate of 600.
All right. So you're happy with 300 each, right?
Oh, yeah, so happy.
Good. Now, I want everyone to understand these 2 fellows here, I'm paying them 100 each. And I don't want competition, and I don't want you to have trouble with that. But the things are they are because I pay for the amount of skills and training. But I want you to behave and cooperate. That's cool?
Oh, absolutely. And you're right on the money with everything anyway, because even though the bard is only challenge rating 2 and the spy is only challenge rating 1, they're both very capable of taking out both of the thugs who are only challenge rating 1/2.
Yeah. So that's what I say. It's like to you 3, you're gonna get each 10%. So 30% of the gold value that we find. You're gonna get that. Because you see, there's a lot of things that is not worth any gold. Then that doesn't count. We're talking like when we loot stuff, gem values and shit like that. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
right. So will the tugs as long as they live. you know. So because in my head, with this formula, with 5 people, that I would have a crew around me. Hopefully, it will reduce the amount of encounter. But when there will be an encounter, it'll be a more substantial one. Um, and that means like a worth that they'll be happy and say, I get 50% of the gold value and anything that is not gold that is I get because they're gonna be cups, special weapons. We're going into a little archaeology project. So if we find like the bones of an elder, a special crown, that doesn't count. We're talking gold, like money liquidity. We split. Everything else is mine. We get it
Sir.
because I don't want to sell those things. I want to use them. It's a completely different thing. Right. So that deal is firm. We got 5 people. We split half and half the liquid money, the coins. And if we find gems and jewels, wow, we can split that too. Gems and jewels. But if it's a crown, a bracelet, a necklace, this is stuff. And eventually, it's going to be magical stuff. So, so that is just out of the equation. So at least it's firm. I always believe that offering a bit more than what they expect will ensure a bit more loyalty as long as they don't know me.
Yeah, well, and although you cannot guarantee the loyalty of these thugs and all of that, you are paying them so much more than what they had expected and all of that everybody is very very happy right now.
Yeah. So with the goal I have on me, I'm good for about 3 months of this, because this is 1,100 gold per month.
Yep.
33311.
Yep.
So, 3 mercs is 3 times 300 gold piece, and 2 thugs is 2 times 100 gold piece per month. Just want to take it in notes. So at one point when the month is due, you'll say, well, it's been about a month, so you have to pay you guys.
Right. Yeah,
And
yeah.
we don't be stiff about calculating that, but eventually I know one of them will remind me.
Oh,
"Hey, Bob,
yeah.
time for payment."
Yeah, yeah. Like you're paying them up front, right?
Yeah, so right now I'm taking the first risk. I'm giving them each their payment.
Right.
They can run off with that, but they can hope to have another one next month if this, if they work.
Ooh,
And
that's a good idea. All 5 of us together probably could take you.
yes, exactly. And you have no idea how much more money you'll make by actually being my spears.
Yeah, yeah. No, we're gonna have to sleep on this one. Well, get some rest. We'll let you know if we'll cut your throat in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is why I pay more. They know I have a purse. I'm not gonna hide it.
But also, how did you get that? Like, sure, you could skin me and take everything that I have right now, but like you could also share in how I got this, which could be infinitely more.
Yeah. I mean, they see me pull out a pouch, empty 1,100 gold, 350, and I've adjusted my gold in my pouch, and see that my pouch is only 1/3 emptied when I do that. This is a fucking fortune for a lot of people. So,
It's a fortune for some nobles.
yeah. So, you want more than that? You can get more than that. But you're gonna have to protect me and not threaten me. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, cool. So we set off tomorrow. Your rations are your own responsibility, your bedrolls and shit. But you got money there. Go and buy stuff. Oh, and by the way, if you decide to equip yourselves, I wouldn't mind that you buy. There's this new guy that does really cool stuff. His name is
Roland. We've all heard of him.
Roland. Yeah, I recommend you start taking some of your money and go to him. Actually, you know what? I know him personally. Let's go and see him and see if he can give you a little discount on that. And I'll bring them to Roland and say, hey, friend, I'm bringing you 5 clients here. I don't know if you remember me, but I bought you some equipment a while ago. I was wondering if you can, make a group deal or something, like just to give a feeling that I'm connected.
Yeah. So would you like to outfit them with? Because I can edit the NPCs as well to give them different equipment. So is there anybody that you specifically want equipped with something different than what they have? I think the thugs would be probably the ones that need a weapon upgrade. Let me check that real quick.
Yeah, whatever their armor is. What is their armor?
Checking. All right.
Does
So
the
thugs have leather armor for 11 AC, so that sucks. They have 5 hit dice, so that's okay. And they have pack tactics. As long as an ally is within 5 feet, they get advantage without having to flank. That's awesome. And then they attack with, it looks like, a mace and a heavy crossbow.
All right. So if they have a mace but they don't have a shield, they need a shield. A shield is 15 goldies or something like that.
Yep. And you get everything at half price.
Yeah. So, well, I don't want Roland. I brought him clients. I don't want him to say, "Oh, it's you," so it's everything at half price. No, I want him. I want some of the money that I just gave these guys to go into the pockets of Roland.
Okay. So he will sell the
10% off your normal price. When I wait.
I was just gonna say 10%. So everything is 10% off.
Yeah, just for them too. Okay, so the thugs, I would like them to have each a shield and the unexpensive high AC armor.
Unexpensive high AC armor. Let me see what we got.
A chain, or I know the breastplate is 400 gold, but that's too expensive. But they just got 100 gold. So if they buy their own shield, and if they buy each their own, like more than studded leather, like some half plate, or something that thugs can wear. With a part like that, we're not going to start trying to stealth. The two stealth guys will stealth if they want, and us will be in front.
That's very intelligent. Okay, so ring mail is only 30 gold pieces, and that has AC 14.
Yeah, well, each a ring mail. That would be good, and it's from their own pocket. I just say, hey, I just gave you money. You buy better equipment to survive the road, and
and they're getting 10% off. So
yeah, and they're getting like, because you're with me, it's your opportunity to get to buy that. And when we are done with missions, we're going to travel a lot. So so basically they might want to invest, knowing that next month they're getting another 100 gold plus. If we hit a treasure of 2,000 gold, well, that's 1,000 gold split amongst you 5. You each get 200 from that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, we're good with getting this upgraded armor and everything, because we don't want to die.
Yeah.
we heard that there was a couple of guys who took a job like this not too long ago and never came back.
Oh yeah, what happened?
I don't know. I heard that their bodies were found on the side of the road.
Yeah, okay. So maybe they should have bought more equipment. So basically, I just gave money to Roland that I got from doing business with him.
Yeah.
Relating that. And he's like, hey, cool, thank you, dude.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That worked out very well for everybody. Yeah, breastplate is way too expensive. So yeah, it looks like ring mail it is.
Yeah.
Ooh, scale mail is only 50. Oh, but the ring mail was only 30. Yeah, no, we're good.
I mean, it's their money. They just got 100. It's their money.
Oh, no. We're not looking to go crazy here.
Yeah, they got my recommendation. Keep some pocket change, because you need to buy your rations. Have a bedroll and a pack sack. Everyone, that's required for the job.
Yeah, luckily they have most of that basic equipment, but yeah. Okay. Now, let's check out the others and just make sure that they don't need any equipment as well. So now I know to upgrade your thugs to ring mail and shields.
Okay.
And now let's see. The spy doesn't even have leather armor on.
I should get a studded or something at least.
Yeah, and since he's getting 300 gold, he's got a bit more to work with. And then he does have a short sword and a hand crossbow. Probably should
get a dagger?
Get a No, he doesn't really need a dagger. The short sword's going to do more damage. Armor for sure. And
that's what I mean. If he dual attacks.
Oh yeah, he does make 2 attacks. But he can make 2 attacks with his short sword.
Okay.
He has the multi attack. But I'm wondering if maybe he shouldn't get a rapier.
Oh, that's true. He's not like a character sheet like we do. Like, as a bonus action, I'll do that. He's got a stat called multi attack.
Right. So Yeah, I'm just wondering if maybe he shouldn't get a rapier. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for finesse, and with the rapier guy.
Yeah, well, and a rapier does 1d8 as opposed to the 1d6 that the short
Yeah,
sword does.
yeah. So if he just buys a rapier, which is not too expensive,
Yeah, I'm,
and
I'm checking how much the rapiers are right now, and then I'll decide on the armor based off of how much I spend on this.
yeah,
Only 25 gold pieces.
a rapier, yeah, that's not expensive. It's not magical.
All right, so the spy grabs up a rapier and you begin training him up with that, and so now he'll be doing 1d8 instead of 1d6 as his base damage. And even though it doesn't sound huge, I mean every little bit helps.
Yeah.
Okay, and then for armor, I am going to.
I'll be AFK 20 seconds.
No problem.
Good.
All right, so yeah, he's gonna rock the studded leather and a rapier. And the bard has 8 hit dice and a chain shirt for 15 armor class, so she's okay. I'm not feeling particularly necessary to get an armor class upgrade unless a shield would be appropriate. But first we're gonna take a look at everything else and just make sure. So she wields spells. Obviously, she's a 4th level caster who has Friends, Vicious Mockery, Mage Hand, Charm Person, Healing Word, Heroism, Sleep, Thunderwave, Invisibility, and Shatter. So those are all really good. She can perform the Song of Rest. Taking a short rest, any ally who hears gets an extra 1d6 hit points.
Yep.
And Taunt twice a day can use a bonus action to turn to target one creature within 30 feet, and it must make a saving throw or have disadvantage on ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws until the start of the bard's next turn. So she's a really useful controller there. But then it looks like she's wielding a short bow and a short sword. Tisk, tisk. Let's see. Dexterity.
Take a longbow.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a longbow at the bare minimum. That's, you know.
I thought that she could not. Is she proficient or it doesn't matter since she's NPC?
Is she not proficient with the longbow? Bards aren't proficient with longbows?
I don't know.
I think they might be. I'll find out. But if she can wield a longbow, then she will.
Yeah, of course. So I'm into the bard right now in the player's guide. Proficiency with simple weapon, hand crossbow, longsword, rapier, short sword. So she does have longsword as a bard, but not longbow.
Okay, and I'm not gonna take the longsword because
Yeah, she's Dex.
yep, Dex. So yep, no longbow. Oh well. All right, Bard is good to go unless I feel like slapping a shield on her.
She's competent with light armor, what not.
Not shields, got it. So she's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell her, don't put yourself in trouble. You know, you stay back, you survive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're here to heal us.
yeah.
If somebody goes down, use healing word. Otherwise, stand there.
Well, short boat, you know.
Yeah, and use your short bow. Here's some goblin arrows.
Goblin arrow.
So, the knight has on plate armor, so that won't be changing. He wields a great sword, so that won't be changing. Has a heavy crossbow, so he's good to go. All right, so everybody is equipped and ready to go for next session. You have hired
Yeah.
yourself a competent, full party of hirelings,
Yeah.
and we will find out just what difference that makes next time on
Yeah.
Shadows of the Past. Thank you so much for sticking with me through the switch and playing. Thank you, anyone who's still watching. And as always, everyone, good gaming.